I knew I wanted to study abroad from a young age. So I actually started thinking about it in middle school and high school. I looked out for some high school plans. However, it was pretty expensive and unaffordable to go during my high school years. However, I looked at during university, and I knew the year to go would be my junior year. It'd be the easiest one, following my curriculum. So I started planning as soon as I got on campus my freshman year. Definitely recommend that because you're able to plan a lot easier. Your professors and your advisors are going to like it a lot more because they can input it into your schedule. It surpassed my expectations. It was a really cool experience. I love that I was in French classes with French students at a French university, and that so academically it just surpassed my expectations. Montpellier is just a really diverse city with students from around the world. So culturally, it was a mixing ground of so many different nationalities, religions, ethnicities, and type of people, and it was really beneficial to me. Yeah. I got really close with other academic year students on the program. I think I had a really good relationship with Nessa, and we were able to travel together. We got out of our comfort zones, we pushed each other, and it was really cool to experience that with someone else going through a similar situation, coming from the States and being in Europe for a long time for the first time. But then I think a very meaningful interaction and relationship that I fostered was with one of the program assistants. Her name is Celia, and she was a student assistant on the program that's French, and her job, it was technically an internship, but her job was to help the American students get more acquainted and affluented with French culture and make that transition a little bit easier. But she went above and beyond, and she would go out of her way to get dinner with us, answer any questions, but really just seek a personal relationship with us. And her and she taught me a lot of things about French culture that you would never know unless you knew exactly the right questions to ask. She introduced me to tons of her friends that I still talk to every single day. So it's a way for me to continue speaking French conversationally. And it's just having those friends is so meaningful, not only during the program, but after the program, because it lets you continue your passion. I've been studying French for about 10 years, but I was ready for that next step of learning expressions, learning little bits and pieces that you throw into conversations, and speaking just that little bit faster where you sound French when you order at a bakery. So I'd say that heightened, as well as my professional presentation skills within French. Being in the business track, it helped me a lot because now I'm doing a French English internship here at Adidas on the West Coast, and they needed someone that spoke French that wasn't American. So it really helped me obtain this position with a dream company of mine. And then in French university, it was a challenge at first. It was a lot of things that I didn't know about the French education system that I had to research on my own time, that I had to become fluent with, because it can be really frustrating when you don't understand an education structure. But there was great faculty at Montpellier Management to help me. The biggest thing I recommend is just when you don't understand, ask for help, because if you let it sit for a week, especially in France, the professors are not going to want to re-explain themselves. So you have to be cognizant of those around you, who you decide to surround yourself with, as well as your interactions that you're having with your professors, your friends, your advisors. You got to be very cognizant, because that was challenging for me. Being put in those really uncomfortable situations, I wouldn't change them for the world. I learned a lot about myself and about others, and I changed a lot. But definitely that was one of the most challenging things, being so different in a place and in a state that I've never felt before. I changed my major. So I changed my major from finance to business administration because I realized in France that I would not be pursuing an international finance job. what I wanted to do was more marketing and people-based. I learned my passion of forming new relationships and building partnerships between cross-cultural organizations. And I mean, I said earlier, I landed my dream internship here in the States because of what happened in France and because of the work that I put in on my study abroad program. The main adjective that comes to mind is versatile. So a student that wants to explore, wants to get out of their comfort zone, wants to do something more, be a part of something a lot bigger than themselves, someone that is looking to make a difference. I think those are the students that I saw be really, really successful. So students that are willing to put themselves out there and be uncomfortable and just being okay with being uncomfortable, that's the main thing. And there's a lot of people there to help you. There's a lot of advisors, counselors there to help you throughout the process, because it is a big change in your life. But the most versatile students are the most successful. Do it. That's the biggest thing. I'm sure you hear that all day, but and I'm sure students, I know personally, I was told by so many people, study abroad, study abroad, study abroad. Some people would even go further as this is where you should study abroad. This is where you should study abroad. But really getting out of the United States is going to teach you so much, whether that be in Korea, Senegal, France, Germany, South America, like Brazil, Argentina, Buenos Aires. Getting out of the United States is going to teach you to be the person who you were born to be, who you're meant to be.